Imagine a predator from 75 million years ago stalking the deserts of ancient Mongolia. Sleek, agile, and armed with a deadly weapon on each foot. This is the real Velociraptor. Most people picture the 6-foot-tall monsters from Jurassic Park, but the actual Velociraptor was much smaller. It was roughly the size of a large turkey, standing only about half a meter tall at the hips, measuring up to 2 meters long from snout to tail, and weighing around 15 to 20 kilograms, like a medium-sized dog. What it lacked in size, it made up for in speed and precision. Scientists estimate it could sprint over 40 kilometers per hour in short bursts, faster than any human. Its long, stiff tail helped it balance and turn sharply while chasing prey. One of its most famous features was the large, sickle-shaped claw on the second toe of each foot. This claw could grow over 6.5 centimeters long. It wasn't used to slash like in the movies. Instead, Velociraptor would leap onto its prey, pin it down with its body weight, and use those claws like hooks to hold it in place while delivering bites with its sharp, serrated teeth. And yes, it had feathers. Not just a few, but a full coat of plumage covering its body. We know this because of quill knobs found on its arm bones, similar to those in modern birds. The feathers probably helped with insulation, display, or even protecting eggs in the nest. It couldn't fly, but it was definitely a very bird-like dinosaur. Velociraptor lived during the late Cretaceous period in what is now the Gobi Desert. Its name means swift thief, and it earned that title. It was an active hunter, preying on small dinosaurs, lizards, and mammals. One of the most incredible fossils ever found shows a Velociraptor locked in combat with a Protoceratops. The raptor's claw is embedded in the plant eater's throat, while the Protoceratops has its jaws clamped on the raptor's arm, both buried by a sudden sand collapse. Contrary to the movies, there's actually very little evidence that velociraptors hunted in coordinated packs. They were probably more like modern eagles or hawks, hunting alone or in loose groups. Their brain was relatively large for a dinosaur, giving them intelligence on par with an average bird, but nowhere near the problem-solving geniuses shown on screen. The Velociraptor we all grew up fearing was actually based more on its larger relative, Deinonychus. The movie makers scaled it up and removed the feathers to make it scarier. In reality, it was a feathered, turkey-sized predator with incredible agility, not a reptilian nightmare. Today, fossils of Velociraptor continue to be studied in Mongolia and China, revealing more about how these incredible creatures lived. They disappeared around 70 million years ago, long before the asteroid that wiped out the non-avian dinosaurs. So the next time you watch Jurassic Park, remember, the real Velociraptor was smaller, feathered, and probably even cooler than Hollywood imagined. A swift, deadly hunter that ruled the ancient deserts with speed, precision, and style.